Good evening everyone and welcome to Gundam News. Not just for the past week, but for the past 2 weeks. Now, I originally wanted to do one earlier, like as soon as I got back from LA, but the busy week combined with the time zone difference really hit me once I got back. So instead, I just decided to play it safe and stick with my normal schedule. Which then means that today I'll be covering the normal news, and in the weekend I'll be covering what happened at the Gundam VIP event. So without any further ado, a new month means a new Gunpla schedule, and I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that this is probably the saddest non-P-Bandai lineup I've seen ever. On July the 30th, we'll be getting the SDW Heroes Warlock Aegis Gundam for 880 yen, 70 US, and that's it. I don't even know how to react to that, so let's just move on to some better news. Gundam.info, which is the official information website for Gundam, and also where I get most of the news, turned 15 on the 10th, and they're also planning a special anniversary project for the occasion. Also, since we're on the topic of Gundam.info, I appeared in their coverage of the Gundam VIP event. Not by name, unfortunately, but I am there, hidden behind my mask and half fogged up glasses. And with those glasses, I definitely wouldn't be able to tell the difference between these dummy balloons and their real counterpart. Now, unfortunately, they're currently limited to Gundam Side F for the time being, but they did confirm that they will be selling them at the Gundam base and also overseas at a later date. So for now, the Rigazi and new Gundam soft vinyl dummy balloons will be available on the 16th for 2,200 yen, $18 a piece. Main machine not included, of course. And another cool touch is that the packaging will be retro inspired. And on the same date, they'll also release the high-grade Jegan Axis Shock image color, which can be best described as a slightly sepia-toned Jegan, with also like a sparkle effect that's molded into the plastic. I don't know how good that's gonna look in real life, but as far as those promotional images are concerned, it looks really good. The big figure news then is that after being teased almost a year ago, the metal robot Damashii Kimaris Vidar finally got officially announced and had its pre-orders opened today. Which then means that we also immediately got all of the details for the thing. For 17,600 yen, 120 US, you'll be getting a highly detailed Kimaris Vidar with golden highlights, the giant drill lance, regular sword, drills for the knees, and of course that eye effect glowing thingy that the Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundams are so famous for. And this bundle of joy will be coming your way in December. And then the final headline is some big news on SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. Now, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that I heard a giant sigh going through the Gundam community when Gundam Eternal was announced as a mobile game and not as a console game. But now that we got the first big announcement for the game, things are looking pretty damn good for being a mobile game. Except for the fact that I can't play it because it has been confirmed that the game is only going to be officially released in Japan, North America, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. Not that I'm that worried though, because, well, I've got an Android phone and NordVPN, and you can get them too if you need to get around those pesky regional locks or if you just want some extra privacy and security while you're browsing the web. And if you use my link down below or the code kkrt, not only will you be getting a special discount, but you'll also be supporting the channel. So, the good Eternal news. First of all, playing through the story missions will not use up any stamina, and secondly, the main way of getting new mobile suits will be basically the same as in the console versions, being through capturing, developing, and producing them. With the gacha system then working as kind of an early access system to get new units. So far, that is sounding really good. Next up then, we got the key visual, and when you look past the obvious main machines in the front, you can detect some pretty crazy ones in the back. Like, I think that's the Strike Noir right there, with a Hazel behind it. And then down here by itself is the D Gundam First from Double Fake, which is definitely not something I was expecting to see in a modern Gundam game ever. But it's always cool to see the less popular machines get their time in the spotlight, so I wonder which other ones we're gonna be seeing in Eternal. Then they just went on to the gameplay a bit, which is basically the same as every other G generation game, with the exception of an auto battle function, because it is a smartphone game after all. And then one final thing that I found particularly funny was that they listed the genre as not turn-based strategy, not even just strategy, but as Gundam simulation. Like, yes, you're not wrong, but you could list every Gundam game as Gundam simulation, just like you could list both The Sims and Call of Duty as human simulation games. Yes, you kill people in both of them, but they're still very different games. Back to the Gunpla front then, with the remaining Gunpla announcements. On Monday, reservations over at P-Bandai opened for the Elo booster from G-Unit, and to say that this is an impressive looking high grade would be an understatement. Everything looks extremely sharp, there's a bunch of extra detailing, and it even comes with effect parts for the main cannons. At 4,400 yen though, around 35 US, it is also exceedingly expensive for a standard-sized, non-plated high grade. My wallet therefore is thankful that I'm not a big fan of the redesigned slender legs with the very high-heeled feet. That being said, I can see why people would prefer this style over the more chonky line art. And at the same time, the high-grade Geminis Unit 1, Geminis Unit 2, Assault Booster, and High Mobility Unit, and Asclepios also got extra reservations. And all of these G-Unit model kits are shipping in October. On Friday the 8th then, also at P-Bandai, reservations open up for the Realistic Model Series Gundam Seed G-Structure No. 5, the Archangel's Hangar. And damn, is this an awesome looking set. Now, I don't think I'm the only one who has a weakness for the Archangel's launch sequences, and especially when the Strike Gundam and its striker packs were involved. At 27,280 yen, 200 US, it's not the cheapest thing around, but you can't argue with results. If you're a fan of Gundam Seed high grades, and particularly the Strike, this could just be the crowning jewel of your collection. Now, part of me would also love to have this in a 1/100 scale, but the price would probably go through the roof. Still, being able to put the Master Grade Strike Noir in there would be awesome, and I'm sure a bunch of you would love to use that for like the RE100 Raider, Calamity, and well, Forbidden that we're probably going to be getting, or of course the upcoming Master Grade Extreme Strike Freedom. But whatever the case, this 1/144 scale Archangel's Hangar is currently slated for a March 2023 release. And on the same day, from the Gundam base this time, reservations open for the limited edition Master Grade Barb's recirculation color Neon Blue for 5,280 yen, 40 US. And because this is part of the Ecopla line, it also comes with special Ecopla stickers. And then there was also the real great 1/144 scale Gundam-based limited Aile Gundam and Skygrasper Launcher/Sword Striker Pack clear color version for 5,500 yen, around 40 US. And both of these kits are already getting released on the 16th. Then going even further back in time, on the 5th, reservations opened up at P-Bandai for the high-grade Red Rider from Gundam Aggressor. For 2,585 yen, around 18 US, this kit comes fully featured with new molding on the base machine, parts to replicate the standard mode and the Arius mode, a standard ground gym shield, standard 120mm machine gun, prototype machine gun with pop-out heat blades that are unfortunately replicated by part swapping, a regular beam saber, and a giant Zweihander beam blade, because why not? The thing is slated for an October release and was so popular that it already got a second round of pre-orders on the 8th. And then finally for Gunpla, we also got a bunch of restocks. On P-Bandai, there was the high-grade Underwater Gundam, X-Model Gunperry, high-grade IO Frame Shiden Custom Ryusei Go, and Zagog Jobro Battle Spec. And from the Gundam Base Online, which is really just P-Bandai with a different name, there were the high-grade regular IO Frame Shiden, Gay Rail, and Gundam Decal DX 1 through 7. And then for the rest of the figures, we have to go back yet further into the past, because on July the 1st, reservations started for the absolutely amazing looking metal build IWSP Striker Pack, which can be yours for 14,300 yen, a little over 100 US. But for that price, you're not just getting an IWSP pack that can do the normal thing, like hook up to the Strike and the Strike Rouge, but you can also attach it to the Astray red frame and blue frame in some pretty damn unique ways. And on top of that, you can also store the Gatling gun on the Striker pack itself, and then the whole shebang can transform into some kind of self-contained flight mode. It turns itself into a fighter craft. Again, because why not? And this fighter thingy will be flying your way in November. And since we're on the topic of metal builds, the Gundam Astray Gold Frame Amatsumina Princess of the Sky version and Gundam F91 Chronicle White version will be getting reissued this month. Then on July the 6th, the Robot Damashii RX-93FF new Gundam appeared on Tamashii Nation's webshop, also known as P-Bandai, and pre-orders opened for the Aqua shooters Fumina and Gyanko set. It'll set you back 7,700 yen, 55 US, and will get you two 75mm articulated figures, a pair of bare arms, 3 sets of extra hands, and a pair of water guns. You'll be able to get this set from regular retailers, linked down below, and you can also get them from P-Bandai, where they'll also come with an extra set of faces. But to be honest, for the price they're going for, I don't think it'd be too much to ask for to have those like really expressive faces that really add a lot to the figures, to have those as part of the regular set, and then have a third pair of faces as a P-Bandai exclusive thing. Also, I wonder if this Aqua Shooters line is going to continue, or if it's just going to be a one-off. In the gaming news then, Gundam Battle Operation 2 got the long-awaited bound dog last week, which, by the way, was definitely influenced by audience demand. And today, the Golden Delta Gundam joined the battle, along with a limited supply drop with the Delta Plus. Gundam Breaker Mobile then has also been very busy, with the Vidar and Barbatos Rex becoming available, the GPO-1 event launching, custom-made missions becoming available, an update for the Gunpla build simulator, new story missions being added, and last but not least, its 3rd anniversary, which has currently manifested itself as a 2-week login bonus with a lot of stuff. And UC Engage also got some new stuff. There is a new commercial featuring Hathaway's and Gowman's voice actors, linked down below. There is a login bonus for the Xi Gundam. Johnny Ryden's story became available, along with his Gelgu canon and character. And a new Gym Sniper 2 variant also became available, the RGM-79 SQ Gym Shooter. Next up then, Arsenal Base got some new cards, and finally the Gundam channel released a video showing off SD Gundam Battle Alliance's multiplayer, which you can also check out down below. In other news then, people who went to see Kukuru's Dewan's Island during the 6th week got a cool RX-7802 or Kukuru's Dewan's Zaku A5 illustration card, and those who went during the 7th week got one of 2 sets of 3 storyboard images. Then we got to see the advanced Ryu in the Advance of Zeta reboot, and Toru Furuya, Amro's voice actor, appeared at a game of the SoftBank Hawks as part of their collaboration with the life-sized new Gundam statue. And he even got a customized baseball jersey. Nice. Also, to commemorate the release of the Reconguista and G movies, they announced that a limited edition DVD will be sold at theaters showing the 5th movie. The DVD will go for 7,700 yen, 60 US, and contains a bunch of interviews with Tomino about the movie and, well, his directorial style with the movies, and also other important staff members like Yutaka Itsubuchi. I'll have the Japanese name in the description down below for those who want to scour Yahoo auctions once the movie and therefore also the DVD releases. On to the things you could get these past 2 weeks then. On the 4th, the 4-shot Gundam rubber band rifle went for sale for 935 US, 7 US. On the 11th, the 2 Bikkura Tamago sets went for sale for 1,540 yen a pop, about 12 US. One had the entry-grade phase shift down Strike Gundam with a bath bomb containing either the sand yellow Goohn or light grade Zono, and the other one had the entry-grade Strike Gundam with Grand Slam and a bath bomb containing either a brown Goohn or a green Zono. And I love how these are advertised as being 3 in 1. You have like 3 fun things in one set. You have the entry-grade Strike Gundam, you have the fun of having the bath bomb, and then you have one more model kit you can build. And then on the 13th, Alexandros' new album, But Wait, Cats, went for sale in a variety of versions. The regular version went for 3,300 yen, 25 US, and various limited editions going up to 13,750 yen, 100 US. And the big thing for us Gundam fans is, of course, that it includes Hathaway's Flash's theme, Senko. As for this week's reading material then, there was the August issue of New Type, Animedia and Animage, there was Big Comic Superior in which Gundam Thunderbolt is being serialized, and the weekly Bunshun Entertainment, which has a special on Mobile Suit Gundam, including an interview with Yoshikazu Yasuhiko and an article on G-Witch. And then, it's been a long time, but we technically have some Gundam Café news again this week. The Gundam Factory Yokohama will be holding a summer fair, and as part of it, the Gundam Café Yokohama satellite will sell beer, summery drinks, various gourmet foods, and will also have a special menu. For 990 yen, 7 US, there's a pudding with a glass you can take home, and for 1,320 yen, 10 US, there's a Gundam or Haro bottle with included drink that you can also take home. The venue itself, along with the special menu, will reopen on the 16th, and the summer fair itself will kick off on the 30th. On to the apparel news then, and it shouldn't surprise you that we have a lot of stuff to cover now that it's a 2-week Gundam news episode. Starting on July the 1st, we had the Golden Print t-shirt collection. For 4,180 yen, around 30 US, you could pre-order a black t-shirt with either a Federation, Xeon, Char, Amuro, Neo Xeon, Vis Foundation, or Anaheim Electronics Golden logo. On the 5th then, reservations started for the Xeonic collection, where you could get the Zeonic logo on a variety of items. You can get a t-shirt for 3,520 yen, 25 US, a polo shirt for 4,950 yen, 35 US, a working cap for 4,290 yen, 30 US, a face towel for 2,200 yen, 16 US, a cushion cover for 3,300 yen, around 20 US, gloves for 1,430 yen, 11 US, a mug for 2,200 yen, 16 US, and 2 types of acrylic keychain for 880 yen, 6 US. One day later then, we got 2 collections, with the first one being the Mobile Suit Gundam and Char's Counterattack Matte Series. And exactly as the name indicates, for 13,200 yen, 100 US, you can get a matte with either an Earth Federation, Zeon, Char, Neo Zeon, or Amuro Ray design. And the second collection was the Suiriku Norio collection, with Suiriku meaning amphibious in this context, and Norio meaning escaping the heat, as in these items will keep you cool during the summer heat. So I guess then the full translation becomes something like, these items featuring amphibious mobile suits will keep you cool even in the summer heat. So you can get a cool black or white t-shirt for 3,520 yen, 25 US, a glass for cool drinks for 1,760 yen, 13 US, and a face towel for cooling off for 2,200 yen, 16 US. And all of the Bikkura items I've mentioned so far are slated for an August release. Moving on to the 8th then, we get the 78th collection, because July 8th becomes 78th. So for the occasion, for 3,520 yen, 25 US, you can get a black t-shirt featuring the RX-782 and Alex, or a gray t-shirt featuring the GPO-1 and GPO-2. For 5,500 yen, 40 US, there is a full panel t-shirt featuring all 4 of them, and you can get that same design on a bath towel for 3,850 yen, 30 US, or a 2-way tote bag for 5,940 yen, 45 US. Then for 2,200 yen, 16 US, you can get a mug featuring either the RX-782 and the Alex, or the GPO-1 and GPO-2. And then finally, for 660 yen each, around 5 US, you can get all 4 of them as an acrylic keychain. And then one day later, it was the 9th, meaning that it became 79 day. Meaning that for 3,520 yen, 25 US, you can get a Ground Gundam and Easy 8 t-shirt. For 2,200 yen, 16 US, you can get a Ground Gundam and Easy 8 mug. And for 660 yen a pop, 5 US, you can get a Ground Gundam or Easy 8 keychain. And then rounding up the Bikkura items that released in September, we have the Mobile Suit Gundam Sweatpants. For 4,180 yen, 30 US, you could order a pair of RX-782 Char's Zaku Custom or Zaku 2 F-Type sweatpants starting the 13th. And also on the 13th, we got a bunch of other lineups slated for an October release. First up, another lineup of the Gundam leather accessory, this time featuring Amuro's personal insignia from Char's Counterattack. There's a long wallet for 19,800 yen, 140 US, a bifold wallet for 16,500 yen, 120 US, a key case or ID card case for 13,200 yen, 100 US, a pass case for 11,000 yen, 80 US, and each of them will come in a fancy Amuro box. Then next up, we have the second lineup of Gundam Unicorn full panel t-shirts featuring the Kshatriya, Sinanju, or Delta Plus, with each shirt setting you back 4,400 yen, 35 US. And finally, there is the Gundam Black Series cap. For 3,960 yen, 30 US, you can get it with either an Earth Federation, Zeon, Char, Amuro, Neo Zeon, Vist Foundation, or MAFTI logo. But of course, Bikkura weren't the only ones. Strig G started accepting pre-orders on the 8th for their jewelry collaboration with Jam Homemade, which will be shipping out in mid-September. There was the Gundam necklace for 19,800 yen, 140 US, the Zeong necklace for 14,300 yen, 110 US, the combined set for 27,500 yen, 200 US, and either a Federation or Zeon dog tag necklace for 19,800 yen, 140 US. And then the last item was the very fancy Shar's custom notebook that went up for reservation on the 8th on P-Bandai, and it is currently scheduled for a November release. It comes complete with a faux leather cover, clasp with his personal emblem, pages with Shar custom information, Shar quotes, Shar artwork, and of course, the regular notebook stuff too. And all of this can be yours for 4,400 yen, 35 US. And then finally, let's quickly wrap this up by having a look at some Gundam.info polls. And the currently ongoing one is really easy to wrap up. They want to know which one our favorite Gundam Seed episode is, and rather than selecting 5 iconic episodes like the first episode, the final 2 episodes, and like the episode where Kira and Atheron fight, they instead went with episode 22 to 25, and the results are very much as you'd expect. Episode 22, the one where Kira fights a bunch of goons, has 39 votes. Episode 25, where the Archangel just docks at Orb, has 49 votes. Episode 23, where Kira defeated Tizono, has 110 votes. And then episode 24, the one where Atheron and Kigali got stuck on an island, has a whopping 527 votes so far. Gee, I wonder why. That is like one of the best episodes of all of the Cosmic Era that is being pitted against an episode where Kira fights a bunch of randos under the command of the villain of the week, and an episode that is all about the Archangel just docking at Orb and getting settled in there. And the results of the finished polls are equally obvious. First, we have the favorite mass production mobile suit poll with equally baffling options. The uncontested winner with 67% was the Zaku 2, which shouldn't surprise anyone. Then with 18.7%, we had the Jim in a very distant second place, who was then followed by the mass production type Cubile with 9.6% in a distant third place. And then finally, to round up the results, we have the mass production type Gun Tank with 4.8. And for even more weird choices, we have the favorite Amphibious mobile suit poll, where we have again a landslide victory, this time for the Ash with 45.9%. In second place then we have the Galguyu with 21.6%, and believe it or not, this machine is notorious for taking on water. The second mobile suit, well, the second place mobile suit in a poll that is specifically about amphibious mobile suits sucks at being an amphibious mobile suit. Let that sink in. Pun not intended. In third place then we have the Rozo, which does look pretty cool, but is just not that well known, I guess, so it only got 16.3%, and then also with 16.3% we have the Pescatore. But I think everyone can agree that the less we talk about the Pescatore, the better. I mean, just look at it. Or preferably, don't look at it. So that has been all for this week's Gundam news. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next week with more Gundam news.